Okay, this problem I summarize here. A local water park found that price of admission was 16, the attendance was 2,850, and when the price was dropped to 10, increased to 3,100 per week. So write a linear equation in terms of the price. Now I changed the variables here a little bit, and I preferred to use the more suggestive. I want it to be let A. We want to find equation. Linear equation A equals n times p plus b. So A is the dependent variable, that is attendance, and p is the independent variable, price, right? So it corresponds to the y and the x in the Cartesian coordinate system. Now, let's summarize. Let's name A to be the order pair 16, 28.50. That means $16 will result in attendance of 28.50, and B is $10 will result in attendance of 3,100. So let's label those. So here's point B and here's point A, right? So let's label that. It probably would help. And once we label that, then we see that what we're trying to find is basically the line that connects those 2 points, right? So that's B is 10, 3,100, and A here is going to be 16, 16 and 28.50. That's it. Oh, doggone. I wish 28.50. And the problem is just to find the equation of this line that goes through these 2 points. So that is this line right here. Well, and it extends a little bit in both directions. Doesn't really matter. And we'll give it a little color. How's that? Okay. So what's the equation line? Well, the equation line is exactly in the form of A equals n times p plus b, where now A is the number of attendance, let's summarize, and p is the price. We want to find n, which is generic for slope, and b is what we commonly refer to as intercept. Now this n is, by definition, the slope, and that's of the line, and that's given by the difference of the second coordinates. So that would be 2850 minus 3100. Divide that by the corresponding difference of the first coordinates, which would be 16 minus 10. Now, no matter how you slice and dice it, that's going to be a negative number, which is 125 over 3. Now, this in math, we just call the slope of the line. But in microeconomics, or in this demand equation, price demand equation, which is called this, they give it a fancy name, it's called marginal demand. Right? All it means, minus 125 divided by 3, means that if you increase the price by $3, price increase, you get a drop. Well, if you increase the price, then you have the drop in attendance, right? And that's signified by the minus. And so we'll just leave the change of attendance, because there's a minus in here. You can either interpret as follows: if you decrease the price by $3, your attendance will increase by 125. So one's positive, one's negative. Or if you increase by $3, your attendance drop. So now we plug this value for n into our original equation, which is A equals n times p plus b. So it gives me A times minus 125 times p plus b. We're almost complete. So in other words, we now have to just find b, and I'm not going to color it, but that can be found let me bring this up a little bit. Boy, now my screen is working. Using fact either A or B is, of course, on the line. Meaning, say for instance, we took A, let's use B because B is easier to calculate. Since B means that when the price is equals to 10, attendance is 3,100, right? A is equals to 3,100, as in, so we plug that in the above equation using the particular value of the slope or the marginal demand, fancy word, $20 word. So that means we have 3,100, is equals to, I'm just going to use black here because I just want to get it done, minus 125 over 3 times $10 plus B. Now that fixed the value of B because we just use a little bit of simplification. We have that bring the one, get all the numbers together. We have that 3,100 plus 125 over 3. Now I'm just leaving it without decimals. It's going to, because we bring that over the other side, it's going to equal to B. That's B. And now what is that value? I'll just copy it and evaluate it. That's all. It's just rather than waste a lot of time punching in the calculator and wait while it spins, let's go ahead and just punch it in here and let's evaluate it. It'll simplify. It might simplify it as a fraction. That's okay. What is that? 105.55. So that is equals to B. So B is equals to that. This and that completes it, right? That's equals to 10550. I know it looks like a nasty number. So our final equation of the line is complete. So A, let's copy this. Is now N, of course, is equals to minus 125 over 3 times P, and B, of course, is equals to, therefore, 10550 over 3. Now, the significance of B is that as the price gets closer and closer to nothing or zero, then the attendance is going to be 10550 over 3, which is about 3,055.06. It's just a problem, but it has, of course, if you don't charge anyone, your attendance could be infinite. But theoretically, that's what B is, interpretation, right? What is the value of when the price of attendance is zero? So of course, when you plug P equals 0, A is equals to 10550, and that completes it. So that's a basic equation of the line, and let's summarize it here. So that is so the equation of this line is here is given as, so this line has this equation: A is equals minus 125 over 3 times P plus 10550 divided by 3. Okay, that's all there is to it. I hope that made sense.